going to do a 10-minute lower back release today, and your dogs and pets can get involved. So this is really to help you if you have pain in your lower back, if you've been sitting for a long time, so you can do just a couple of exercises to help alleviate those pains. So the first one, we're going to start lying on our backs. Lying nice and flat. And then bringing the knees so that they're bent and tilting your hips so that your lower back is flat on the floor and it's not arched. So with your lower back flat on the floor, just gently bringing your knees to touch and then walking your feet so that they're about mat width apart. And this is just quite a nice lower back release here. Really simple, but I find this one really helps a lot. So you might want to stay in each of these poses for a couple of minutes. They should be nice, restful poses, not any strain. And then when you have done this one, you can start to drop your knees over to the right side, and you might want to stack your left knee on top of your right and come into a really gentle spinal twist. So if you want, you can use your right hand and draw your knee gently over to the right side and perhaps extend that left arm out and send your gaze over to the left side. So again, it's quite a gentle lower back release. And you might want to do 1 minute on this side. Breathing here in through your nose and out through your nose. And then returning your knees back to center and sending your knees the other way. So your left knee is on the bottom this time, your right knee is stacked on top of your left, and you might want to extend your right arm out and draw your knee down. And perhaps you send your gaze over towards your right hand, if that feels comfortable to do so. And again, just breathing here. Nice. And then when you feel you've done the same, returning back to center, just returning for a moment before hugging your knees into your chest and just gently circling and massaging your lower back a few times in one direction and then switching in reverse, really massaging out your lower back. Nice. And then, depending on how much space you have around you, placing your hands behind your knees and just gently rocking up and down along the length, scaring your dog, along the length of your lower back until you come up to sit. Nice. And then we'll just come into child's pose, quite an underrated lower back release. So you can draw your knees to about mat width again and just gently lie your body down in between and extend your arms out, or you can extend your arms behind you and draw your forehead to rest on the mat. So you can start to, if your hands are out front, you can walk your hands towards the top of the mat and you can feel it extending your spine and releasing through that lower back. And again, maybe just staying here for a couple of minutes. And then we'll we'll come into our last couple of poses. So coming to sit onto our sit bones and extending the legs nice and long. And we'll just take a simple forward fold. So you might want to flex your feet or point your feet. And on the inhale, reaching your arms nice and long. And exhale, gently folding forward. And it doesn't matter that your head doesn't touch your legs, your knees, your shins. The intention is that you want to extend your lower back and imagine that you're trying to draw your navel towards your thighs first. And if you can't even reach your feet, that's okay. You can get a dressing gown strap or a scarf or something and wrap it around and draw yourself forward. So wherever you are, inhaling to lengthen and exhaling to fold forwards. And again, focusing on releasing through your lower back. And then on the next inhale, drawing yourself up, and we'll take both sides. So drawing your right knee in to the inside of your left thigh, and we're just going to take a side stretch, and we can turn it into a dog cuddle as well. So again, keeping that foot flexed or pointed and reaching towards that left leg and inhaling the right arm up and over into, not into a dog stretch, but into a side fold. Excuse me, do you mind? Do you mind? Thank you. So stretching along, and we want to imagine that we're shining our chest forward and breathing into our right side of our body, and you can feel the stretch as well through the right side of your lower back. And again, it doesn't matter if you don't touch your leg. Just want to feel a stretch here, never straining. If you're in pain, always remembering that you can come out. So when you've done that one, we'll swap sides. So your right leg is extended, your left leg is on the inside of your right thigh. And again, we'll reach out towards that right foot and inhale the left arm up and over and feel that release through your left side. And again, staying as long as you feel the benefit of the pose. It can be, 5 breaths or a couple of minutes. And we'll just take the last one. So we can do a wide leg forward fold this time. So you might be able to get a little bit closer to the floor, you might not, it doesn't matter. Inhaling to lengthen, legs out nice and wide. And exhale, folding forward. And again, focusing on lengthening through that lower back. Using your breath to expand into your rib cage. And then walking yourselves up. And that's it. So thanks, and if you want any more poses, you can stay tuned for the next video.